Hi everyone, I'm Erika Anapita. Today I'll be presenting about introductions of value-based ethics and the ethical summary. The value-based ethic can be defined as what is considered in worth of importance by individual or an organizations. Also can identify as the less formal aspect of other ethics, management in more expectation with the employees, visible punishing offenders, ethics, training and advising ethics in the performance by their employees to making it a stand-alone key in the performance area. In certain companies, either it's from public sector or private sector, they have their own value-based ethic to addresses a company's value system. The example of the value ethics include the honesty by someone, freedom and employees, innovation and courage between the other employees. Let's continue with article summary. Based on the article by Carol and Christine Kenny 2020, by using the Patagonia method to address the past with honesty and move forward with another purpose. For one, the company has a dedicated sections on the blog issues, including the manufacturing practices and material use. The Patagonia method based on the article is not only focused on honestly about something but specific, clear goals and strategize to address them, such as developing new material that are better for the environment. The study used specific method to address the company honesty. They think with roots in philanthropy, corporate citizenship, shared values, and today corporate social responsibility or CSR. Purpose goes beyond the practices. In fact, it started from within the core of company root and heritage, value, and the most importantly with their own employee. Based on these results, the author concludes that some methods or rules are the great idea to deal with the past and the role of purpose. By this way, the company can manage their company honesty and the company purpose continuously working to accelerate its evolutions for business and the social impact with the power to change the old mindset of the company. However, the author also notes that method company uses must be open the fundamental elements, co-created with critical stakeholders, and the design from across the business from the innovations, development to operates and the culture. To establish the method, there are causal relationship between the past honesty and the purpose to creating more comfortable environment with the employee. Thank you for letting me your ear.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Afridatul Sharmizan binti Roslan, student ID number 2021289956. Today I'm going to present regarding the main issue in the article and possible related issues. Ethics is an integral part of an organization overall culture. Designing an ethical organization requires systematically analyzing all aspects of the organization culture and aligning them so that they support ethical behavior and discourage unethical behavior. This case study relates to an article written by Carol Cohn and Christine Kenny 2020, which encompasses issues of an ethical culture, taking Patagonia as a core example of how companies can address the past with honesty and move forward with purpose. Patagonia is an organization that embarked on producing technical jackets. Patagonia, with environmentalism as its core, is radically transparent about its faults, especially on the issues of manufacturing practices and material use and how the company is addressing them. The coating on some of Patagonia technical jackets, it turns out is pretty terrible for the environment, but those same coatings are absolutely critical to adequately protect wearers from the harsh weathers. Quoting Patagonia core values, Patagonia was established beyond profit and has humanity in mind. It focused most importantly that employees must be built upon the fundamental elements of ethics and values. In order to keep it online with the present and future good governance, Patagonia studied and addressed the history of its practices as stated by Carol Cohn in Christine Kenny 2020. When getting your house in order and trying to change a negative narrative around past mistakes, action speaks louder than words. This will lead to the critical point of cleaning house in order to support reputational goals. Patagonia is not only honest about the critical issues that they are facing, but specifies clear goals and strategies to address them, such as developing new materials that are better for the environment without losing functionality of for the wearer. This is indeed pay off, to be honest, in the market environment. It is enough to just be honest about past and current problems. They must demonstrate concrete action to address those issues. Carol Cohn and Christine Kenny 2020 stated the four elements to address the past. Firstly, learn and listen. Deeply evaluate the organization, foundational values, history, and evolution. Then conduct stakeholder interviews with individuals from across organization. What strengths and weaknesses do these individuals see in organization? What challenges or opportunities do they face in their roles? Speak with select external stakeholders such as suppliers, non-profit partners, and even detractors. With those findings compiled, a simple SWOT analysis can be hugely helpful here to connect the dots between the past and future. Secondly, practice accountability. With a cross-functional purpose team, evaluate any issues, whether those involve manufacturing practices, people, resources, values misalignment, and others. Examine where your organization values broke down, where leaders fails to enforce them, and which policies might have enabled the mistakes. Understanding why mistakes were made must happen before they can be addressed. Thirdly, find the silver lining. Like with Patagonia environmentally unfriendly materials, opportunity lies in challenges. In that case, advancing industry practices for materials development. Salesforce, upon determining there were acute gender disparities in pay across the organization, made a vocal commitment to equalizing salaries among genders, seniority, and roles, and encouraged other leading businesses to do the same by illuminating the pervasive issue and its roots. By seeking opportunities in your organization past mistakes, you may find incredible new avenues for growth, development, and innovation. Fourthly, use your compass. Whether you are defining and in developing a purpose or developing a current purpose, ensure it is built to serve as a lens for decision making across organization. With a clear purpose, organization can avoid future missteps. Unilever, another leader in purpose-driven organization, has a purpose to make sustainable living commonplace, reinforced by its 10 years old sustainable living plan. With the USLP and purpose, Unilever is able to evaluate critical business decisions like which suppliers to use, how to market its products, and which brands to grow or sunset through the lens of making sustainable living commonplace. If a decision doesn't lead to a world in which more people can live sustainably, then it's not the right decision for Unilever. For that, Unilever reaps tremendous loyalty and trust from stakeholders, from employees and their communities to institutional investors. In business, honesty really the best policy. The days of unethical business dealings, which may have reaped greater profits in the short term, are gone. Consumers, employees, investors, and leading business powers that be like the Business Roundtable have clearly mandated that companies must serve a purpose beyond profits. And the only way to do that successfully is through honesty, transparency, and radical authenticity. That's all from me. Thank you.
Hi, hello, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Nur Suhada binti Kusairi, and I will explain on my presentation factors involved in the ethical incident. The factors that are involved in the article related based on value-based ethics are the coating on some of Patagonia's technical jackets, level of transparency built, evaluation its foundational values, gender disparities in paying salaries across the organization, and decision-making across the organization. Coating on some of Patagonia's technical jackets has made the company devoted part on its blog regarding controversy including manufacturing practices and material use on how the company addressing them. The coating on some of technical jackets, it turns out, is pretty awful for the environment. However, those some coating are infinite demanding to decent protect wearers from harsh weather. In line with the company's mission, we are in business to save our home planet. Hence, cannot be imagined a consumer being surprised that Patagonia products are hurting the environment, and as a result, the company itself truly transparent about its fault and to verify a matter that incompatible with the company's mission statement are fixed successfully. Secondly, the factor involved are the level of transparency built among a savvy consumer based towards moral values such as honesty. By doing so, it can frame stronger relationship and adherence loyalty with the consumer. It is a bottom line of adoption an objective entirely in order to backing organizational goals, attract customer, and retain loyal consumer. From the very beginning, Patagonia, the golden example among purpose practitioners, not only honest about these issues, but point out clear goals and strategies to address them, such as developing new materials that are better for the environment without losing functionality for the wearer. Thirdly, the evaluation of its foundational values. Patagonia made a precise decision to make transparency and honesty as a core foundational values and integral to its mission. Foundational values include honesty, must be expressed by conducting stakeholder interviews with individuals from across the organization by identifying what strengths and weaknesses do these individuals see all through organization. Also, analyzing what challenges or opportunities did they facing in their roles to communicate and discuss with select external stakeholders such as suppliers, non-profit partners, and even detractors. A simple SWOT can be hugely helpful here. And furthermore, gender disparities in paying salaries across the organization is one of the factor ethical that related in this ethical incident. Like with Patagonia's environmentally unfriendly materials, opportunity lies in a lot of challenges. Salesforce open determining there were acute gender inequality in terms of salary pay across organizations, such as men getting huge different salary than a woman. Because of gender, a man rather work outside than a woman staying at the office in front of their computer. Lastly, the factor involved in the ethical incident related are decision making across the organization. It is importantly as to developing a purpose or developing a current purpose, it must be assured to fend off any future error. Decision making must be made rationally, fair, and integrity by asking each one of opinion from the workers in order to ensure that the decisions taken are agreed upon by majority to dodge dissatisfaction later. That's all from me. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh and good day. My name is Salmia binti Rosli. My student number is 2019486688. Today I will be explaining on the implication of the incident happened to Patagonia. There are several positive implications that we can learn from them. The first one is honesty gains trust. The core of honesty is doing the correct thing when the timing is right. This may require us to confront some unpleasant truth. This is what happened to Patagonia, as they has been criticized because of the material they are using in the product. However, they confront the issues, and this is proven by the justification given by Patagonia in their official websites, where they wrote an article and providing an update on the measures taken to address the problem. This is perceived as an honest effort by the company. Moving on to the second implication, that is accountability creates outstanding company's image. Accountability is taking the responsibility of one's duty to act in an honest and moral manner towards others. Patagonia stepped up by investigating ways to minimize fiber shedding by improving fabric construction. Besides that, they support scientists working to gain a better understanding of the types and sources of microfibers and their ecological and public health impact. Through this accountability, Patagonia shows a more convincing company's image and creates a cleaner perception of it. And last but not least is the business opportunity through doing the right thing. It has always been a question between making money and doing the right thing. Patagonia incident was perceived as showing the preference for financial benefit over environmental responsibility. However, when Patagonia took steps to admit the mistake and solve the problems, it created a business opportunity for the company itself. They choose to improve the quality of materials to make the product and working with scientists to better understand the use of environmentally safe materials. Even if the production of improved products is costly, consumers who believe in the positive value proven by the company will continue to use the product. As for conclusion, honesty is in fact the best policy in business. Culture of ethics are essential for sustained greatness, which is further supported by the fact that ethical business practices boost competitiveness in particular industry. The entire business will profit from a corporate culture that is built on decency and honesty rather than mistrust and hostility. More trust and respect are generated when ethical conduct is established across the organization, from the top board to the bottom of the organization. That's all from us. Thank you.